Hey, Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start by giving all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Arkim doing his work in sincerity and in truth. My name is Amarth Kwam. This is just a fly, off the cuff video. Scripture is Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. Let's say this, man. You can see that this place is engulfed by folly, by the works and actions of the people and the governments that are in authority. And none of that folly, which I'm about to go into, would be possible if there was certain decrees or laws passed to prevent them. Here it is in 2019. I got an article from RT UK News. It says activists in UK inflate giant breast in front of Facebook headquarters to protest nipple censorship. Right, it says dozens of women showed up in front of Facebook's London HQ to inflate a giant breast featuring a realistic nipple. Well, how is, they're going to do that, but then isn't that in conflict of their privacy? And isn't it in conflict of everybody else's privacy that don't want to witness or see other people's genitalia or the nakedness of their body? It says it was in protest of the social network censorship of photos and breast cancer survivors with nipple tattoos. That's why putting these women up on a pedestal has completely brought things backwards. An example of the ancient world, women had their place, all right, in terms of at the house, and the ordinance of a woman was known to be that much different to the ordinance of a man. And the man will go to work, he'll make the bread, and the woman will be at home baking the bread, so to speak, all right, and taking care of the family and the office of being a mother and a wife. And the husband likewise would follow his office. Now, these women have been set up on a pedestal and they're doing quite the opposite, and they're unhappy. Large numbers of women in divorce, and most majority case is the women initiate that same divorce, of which the marriage they enforced. All right, they force men into marriage, talking about if they don't marry them, then the relationship's over. Then they're gonna fuck the ex-boyfriend and cry about it. But they do that stuff, man. And guys fall headlong for that tale. The scripture says, a man loveth nothing more. The glory of a man is a woman. So basically, a man goes headlong after these women. And then for what? Stress, depression, loss, and, to be left for death if possible, But here it is, this world, as what's his name, man? James, James. He said, "This is a man's world." At the end of the day, it's men that's putting these women up on a pedestal, which is Esau really in power, showing you, Job 9:24 in full effect, man. The wicked are in authority. Because if this was in the ancient world or in the world to come, which is the kingdom of heaven, this would never even take place. It says it was in protest of social network censorship of photos of breast cancer survivors with nipple tattoos. All right, so that just goes to show you, man, this place is off and it completely needs to be destroyed, man. And righteousness needs to be established so that things like this, a giant inflated nipple, doesn't need to be seen, man. all right, with all their prosthetics and God knows what else to try and make a statement. Anyway, to the next video, I'm gonna say shalom.